Good evening and welcome to MCTV News. I'm Jess Stanczak.
And I'm Amanda Smuss.
Marist College President Kevin Weinman recently shared his vision for the future of our campus in a Q&A session with The Circle. He emphasized the importance of blending Marist's strong liberal arts foundation with innovative programs like cybersecurity and fashion design. President Weinman also highlighted exciting plans to enhance campus facilities with a focus on science spaces, housing, and better utilization of the Hudson Riverfront. When asked about improving pedestrian safety, Weinman mentioned ongoing evaluations of campus transit, including potential sidewalk installations near the North End residences and Route 9. He reassured students that these updates will align with a long-term vision for accessibility and mobility across campus. And in lighter news, President Weinman's family is welcoming a furry new addition this month, a mini Australian Labradoodle named Cody. The Weinmans are excited to introduce Cody to the Marist community soon.
2 people were killed and 10 others were wounded in a pair of separate shootings along a New Orleans parade route and celebration attended by thousands on Sunday. There were no immediate arrests. Including Sunday's violence, there have been more than 460 mass shootings across the U.S. so far this year. According to the Nonpartisan Gun Violence Archive, officers responding to reports of gunfire shortly after 3:30 p.m. on N Avenue in the city's St. Roch neighborhood found 8 victims with gunshot wounds. According to a news release from the New Orleans Police Department, all 8 were taken to hospitals in unknown condition. Police later said that a 9th wounded person arrived at the hospital via a private car. More gunfire was reported afterwards. Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick said the electives did not immediately know if the incidents were related. They were, quote, different kinds of approaches, she said of the shootings, which occurred in the area. A second line, a musical and dancing situation and celebration followed the parade was taking place.
Hello, my name is Alana Roman and welcome to Fox Talk. Today we're going to be asking Marist student what's their favorite Thanksgiving dish in honor of Thanksgiving week. Okay, so what are you guys' names? I'm Alex.
Sabrina.
Madeline.
And Maddie.
Okay, and in honor of Thanksgiving, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I think I like the sweet potatoes the most with marshmallows. Very important.
Those make it.
What about like a little bit extra cinnamon in it?
Cinnamon, of course, sprinkled on top. Yes.
Ooh,
With brown sugar? Haven't tried it.
All the toppings are necessary.
That's awesome.
I would say my favorite dish is definitely the stuffing.
I actually never had stuffing before.
Never?
Yeah, let's grow
Oh
some
my
stuff.
gosh.
You gotta have it.
This year, you gotta have stuffing on the menu.
I will, honestly.
Mine's a dessert. I'm going apple pie.
Ooh, with ice cream?
Yes.
With ice
Going
cream.
for a classic.
I would have to agree with the stuffing, but with some gravy too.
Obviously,
Don't
yeah, the
forget the
gravy on
sauce.
top. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Isadora.
Live.
And what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Probably mashed potatoes.
I like mac and cheese and I like stuffing.
What's your opinion about the sweet potato casserole? What do you guys think? Is that a must? Is that not really that good?
I've had Thanksgivings with it and without it. I don't really think there's a difference.
Actually, it's a good question. My mom makes it every year and it was my grandma's recipe, so it's really
Oh.
important to my family.
So family recipes.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other family recipes?
That's actually
Yeah, go ahead.
no, that's that's the only one.
My family does a deep fried turkey and broccoli casserole.
Oh, that's okay. So what's your name?
Haley,
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's such a good. I think that's my favorite too.
It's a classic.
Do you have any family recipes or any hidden ingredients in your food?
That's a good question. My grandma always makes the mashed potatoes, so I think she has a recipe she uses, and they're very good.
Yeah, is it generation mashed potatoes?
That's a good question. I should ask her.
So unpopular or opinion, my favorite sweet potato casserole actually has extra cinnamon. What do you think about that?
That sounds good. I like sweet things, so I feel like that would kind of help add to it. I think that would be.
Let's go to Jean
Hello, my
Barbieri
name-
for our sports news.
I'm Barbieri coming to you live with the MCTV Sports Report. Starting things off in the NFL, the New York Giants announced earlier this morning their decision to bench quarterback Daniel Jones after an unimpressive 2-8 start to the season. The Giants average a disappointing 15.6 points per game, ranking them dead last of all 32 teams. The G-men are turning to Tommy DeVito this week against Tampa Bay, looking to spark some new life in the offense. Jones still has 2 years left of his 4-year, $160 million contract, so it'll be interesting to see how the QB situation shakes out in the next coming weeks. In local football news, the Marist Red Foxes fell to Presbyterian on Senior Day by a score of 42-23. Redshirt freshman Colin Hurst had a career game for the Blue Hose, going 21 for 27 on completions, 269 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and rushing for 1 more touchdown. Although the Red Foxes couldn't keep up with the Presbyterians' offense, Tristan Shannon gave fans a memorable performance one final time. Shannon's 60-yard touchdown in the final minutes of the game propelled him over the threshold for the 1,000-plus total yards for his second straight season. The loss marks an end to the 2024 season, where Marist finished 1-10, their first one-win season since 1978. In more uplifting Red Fox news, the men's basketball team defeated Army 91-88 in their home opener, an overtime thriller and instant Marist classic in front of an electric crowd. Jaden Collins-Roberts' game-tying layup with less than a second left on the clock sent the crowd into a frenzy, and the game went into overtime, where Josh Pasquarelli hit a tie-breaking 3 in the final 12 seconds, his 5th of the game. Pasquarelli finished with 25 points, making it his 3rd straight game with over 20 points. The big win for the Red Foxes brings their record to 2-1. On the topic of basketball, the Cleveland Cavaliers defeated the Charlotte Hornets to improve their record to 15-0, the second best start to a season in NBA history, a record shared with the 1948 Capitals and 1993 Rockets. The Cavs look to keep the win streak alive tomorrow night on the road against the defending champion Celtics. Keeping in line with NBA records pertaining to second place, James Harden scored his 2,974 three-pointer last night, passing Ray Allen for second on the NBA's all-time three-pointers list. Harden, proud of this accomplishment, said to ESPN that he just wants to give motivation to the youth and every other person that's chasing a dream to play professional basketball. For Gene Barbieri, this has been your MCTV Sports Report. Here's Josh Lawrence with the Political Report.
TV, I'm Josh Lawrence here with your Political Report. There's a whole lot happening in this country of ours, so let's get right into it. Former President Donald Trump has won the election, but this is not the only Republican victory from the night. In fact, election night was a big one for Republicans. They've now claimed a majority in both the Senate and the House of Representatives. President Biden recently invited President-elect Trump to the White House, something which was not extended to him when he won the election in 2020. The two sat before the press next to a fireplace, shook hands, and spoke of a peaceful transition of power. Given how not peaceful the transition was last time and the tension between these two, it's refreshing to see them being civil. Elon Musk has been deeply involved with the Trump campaign, is now seemingly reaping the rewards. Trump will reportedly be putting Musk in charge of something called the Department of Government Efficiency, named by Elon Musk and intentionally designed to spell out D-O-G-E, Doge, as in the 2013 meme. He has previously shown infatuation with the internet dog with his involvement through the cryptocurrency Dogecoin. Whether this department actually gets created is unknown. There is a chance this is all bark and no bite. Trump has reportedly picked Matt Gaetz for Attorney General and will be putting Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in charge of the Health and Human Services Department. That's all for me. Stay informed and stay well, America. Good night.
Marist College is gearing up for its highly anticipated annual tree lighting ceremony happening this Wednesday, November 20th. The event will showcase a dazzling display of 77,000 lights on the campus tree. This stunning mix of red and white lights arranged in a 4-to-1 ratio has become a symbol of holiday cheer for the Marist community. Groundskeepers began working timelessly in October to prepare for this event, ensuring every detail is perfect for Wednesday evening. Whether you're admiring the lights from afar or up close, the Marist tree is sure to make the holiday spirit shine bright. And there's more to this. Why not go to an extra cozy coffee at Saxby's? Serving up seasonal treats like dark chocolate peppermint mocha, iced and hot. Perfect pairing for the chilly, well, not so chilly November air. This year's ceremony takes place a little earlier than last year's, which was held on November 27th. Coincidentally, my birthday. Happy early birthday to me, I guess. So get your friends, grab some hot chocolate, and join us this Wednesday as we officially kick off the holiday season at Marist. Don't miss the chance to experience this cherished tradition.
Good evening. In light of the election, former President Donald Trump has laid out a bold immigration plan, promising to launch mass deportations on his first day back in office. But experts warn that the financial and logistical challenges of carrying out such an operation would be monumental. Trump's plan centers on mass deportation, with a focus on removing undocumented immigrants, especially those he deems criminals. He has vowed to use military personnel to assist his effort, alongside expanding immigration, enforcement powers, and reopening family detention centers. This marks a sharp contrast to President Biden's approach, which limits deportations to those posing as a threat to public safety. The cost of deporting 11 million undocumented immigrants could exceed $315 billion for a one-time operation. According to experts, the estimate covers detention, processing, and removal, but it doesn't account for the full scale of the operation, such as the massive expansion of detention facilities and infrastructure needed to support such a program. A sustained deportation effort with 1 million deportations per year over a decade would likely cost close to $1 trillion. This includes the creation of new detention centers, additional immigration agents, and more courtrooms to handle the caseload, all of which would require significant government investment. Beyond the financial burden, mass deportations could cause labor shortages in key industries, like agriculture and construction, leading to economic disruptions. The loss of millions of consumers would also impact local economies, particularly in areas with high immigrant populations.
Hello again. My name is Bobby, and this time we have your holiday riddle. Your riddle is, what is red and white, and red and white again? Well, I'll tell you, it is not a candy cane. All right, your time is up. The answer was Santa Claus falling down a flippin' hill. All right, that's all for today, folks. See you next time.
And now to Brielle with our science report.
In 2020, prospectors in Siberia discovered an extraordinary Ice Age relic, the mummified remains of a saber-toothed cat cub. Found along the icy banks of the Badyakrika River, the 28,000-year-old Homotherium specimen is the first of its kind ever unearthed. This groundbreaking discovery, detailed in reports, offers an unprecedented glimpse into a predator that went extinct at the end of the Ice Age. Delivered to the Russian Academy of Sciences, the cub was confirmed to be a 3-week-old Homotherium, a lion-sized cat with elongated thumbs and saber-like teeth. Using CT scans, researchers found that the cub's flesh, fur, and unique features remarkably were intact. Notable traits include rounded paws with square pads, a lack of wrist pads, possibly for snow adaptation, and pale tufts of fur resembling sideburns. Its dark, spot-free fur raised questions about preservation or unique juvenile traits. The find also contributes to debates about Homotherium anatomy, particularly whether their elongated fangs were shielded by lips. While the cub's sabers hadn't developed, its tall upper lip suggests that they may have been hidden. This is one of the most exciting moments of my career, said paleontologist Manuel J. Salesa, reflecting the global enthusiasm for the find. Researchers plan further DNA studies and hope future discoveries, possibly of adult specimens, will deepen the understanding of this Ice Age predator.
Mr. Marist recently happened, and congratulations to the contestants and the new Mr. Marist, Andrew D'Amico. A mother gave birth from her couch on the Upper East Side to her son, Barrett, thanks to the help of 3 firefighters. After realizing she wouldn't be able to make it to a hospital in time, Lisa Doan rushed to a nearby firehouse. The firefighters were able to ensure a safe and healthy delivery. A survey of 2,000 parents of children under 7 revealed that 86% believe they have a different support system today than their parents did. The majority of responders recall spending most of their time with grandparents, aunts, uncles, and parents' best friends. However, as parents, they're relying less on relatives, with mothers and fathers being the biggest support beams. The majority of parents believe their support system has improved their child's social and emotional skills, allowing them to spend more quality time with their child.
At the weekly Student Government Association meeting on Wednesday, October 23rd, campus safety officials provided an update on their efforts to address one of the most frequently complaints from students: parking. For commuters, parking has been long and been a headache. Parking at Marist as a commuter is pure chaos, said Jessica Stanczak, a commuter student in the class of 2026. There are common struggles, from overcrowded lots near Midrise and McCann to limited commuter spaces at Fontaine and the underused steel plant lot.
Former President Donald Trump has made education a central focus of his campaign for a potential second term, promising to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education and shift responsibility for education back to the states. However, critics are raising concerns about the practical and long-term impacts of such a move, especially on federal student loan programs and efforts to ensure equal access to education. During his campaign, Trump reiterated his plan to eliminate the Department of Education, saying, "One thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work it needs back to the states." Local schools have become a battleground for several conservative causes, including the teaching of race and U.S. history and the inclusion of LGBTQ+ students. Trump has been vocal about his opposition to federal diversity initiatives and has vowed to cut federal funding for schools, promoting programs he sees as controversial, such as those addressing critical race theory and transgender inclusion. While Trump's plan resonates with some conservative voters, it has sparked confusion and concern, especially regarding the role of the states and local school districts. Many argue that education is already largely controlled by a state and local government, making the proposed shift redundant. However, Trump's intention to dissolve the Department of Education appears to go further, raising questions about how it could impact key federal education programs. The department plays a crucial role in administering federal student loans, enforcing anti-discrimination laws in education, and providing funding for public schools, including special education programs. Critics argue that eliminating this department could disrupt the vital services, particularly for students in need of financial assistance or protecting against discrimination. The removal of these federal safeguards could have significant consequences for education equality across this country. While Trump's education plan is rooted in conservative principles of local control, the potential elimination of the Department of Education requires questions about how it would affect federal education programs and equal access to education. As this debate continues, the challenge of balancing local control with the need for federal protections in government and education remains a key issue.
Last Wednesday, Marist students gathered in the screening room of Lowell Thomas to watch a collection of student films. A standout was Pavlov, which was created by students in 2023. At Marist College, media students finish off their college careers by creating a short film for their capping projects. Recently, their funding was cut off. This left a lot of students in an unexpected situation due to the fact that many students have already paid out of pocket for this project. Last Wednesday, Marist students gathered in
Last but certainly not least, Nate with our entertainment news.
Ooh, hey, it's your girl Nate, and welcome to your must-know entertainment gossip for the week. Grab your popcorn because, honey, we've got some major updates, and you are not going to want to miss this. All right, Broadway fam, listen up. You know that legendary musical Wicked? Well, hold on to your broomsticks because it's officially coming to the big screen. Yup, that's right. Wicked is finally being adapted into a movie, and guess who's starring? Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Talk about iconic casting. The movie's set to drop in November 2025, and trust me, it's going to be everything. Directed by John M. Chu, aka the genius behind Crazy Rich Asians. So you already know it's going to be all kinds of extra. I mean, the drama, the music, the glitter. It's going to be insane. And speaking of movies, Marvel fans, get ready to freak out because Deadpool 3 has an official release date. May 3rd, 2025. That's right. Ryan Reynolds is back as our fave snarky fourth wall breaking anti-hero. And guess who's coming with him? Hugh Jackman, aka the Wolverine. This movie is going to be wild, especially since Deadpool is finally joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, can you even? Deadpool and Wolverine in the same movie? I'm already laughing just thinking about it. But wait, there's more. Okay, hold up. Gladiator 2 is happening? Yes, you read that right. Ridley Scott is back, baby, and he's bringing the Roman Empire back to life. But here's the twist. Russell Crowe's Maximus is gone. Rip, we miss you. But his son is stepping in, played by Paul Mescal, who is seriously getting all the hype right now. So Maximus' son is out for revenge, and you know it's going to be all kinds of epic. I can already hear the swords clashing. So ready for this. So yeah, that's the tea for today, babes. These stories are gonna blow up, and you know I'll be here to keep you in the loop. Make sure you stay tuned for more updates, and until next time, I'm Nate. Keep sipping that tea, and I'll catch you later.
Lauren, and here are some events that happened on this day in history. On November 18th, 1928, Walt Disney's iconic cartoon character Mickey Mouse made his first appearance in the animated short Steamboat Willie, forever changing the world of animation and marking the beginning of the Disney Empire. In 1966, the landmark TV show Star Trek made its debut on NBC. Though initially struggling in the ratings, it would go on to become a beloved cultural phenomenon, spawning multiple TV series, films, and an enduring fan base. And in 1978, the first successful heart transplant was performed in the U.S. at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, making a monumental achievement in medical history that would save countless lives in the years to come. That's a quick look at your November 18th in history. Thanks, Nate. That's all we have for tonight. My name is Jess.
And I'm Amanda. And this is MCTV News.
On November 18th, 1920.